So, hi everybody, a very good morning, good afternoon. How you doing? Hope you're well. How you doing? Hope you're well and good and great. And I hope you can making the best. You're going to be making the best of the day and stuff like that. And do you see this? Winters have started almost in Delhi, India. It's cold for me for sure, and I'm under the weather and all that. But this is not the fog or the smog, which is a concern for some of the international personalities in India. This is actually some beautifully homemade coffee, and it doesn't take much time to make and stuff. Maybe a minute by the watch and stuff. Okay, so I'm Jashin Kapani. I'm the founder and CEO of Farm Decor and Design. We're in the business of designing and manufacturing home and office decor and interior solutions, where we have lots of interesting items and products: lamps, mirrors, consoles. We have trays. We have cutlery. There's stuff related to the environment and stuff, and of course they are luxury, premium and affordable items as well, which are made on request, on order as well. And if somebody wants us to kind of procure them on their behalf and stuff, we can also do that because there's expertise in that. I come with an experience of more than, I think I started my career in college, maybe final year of college or whatever. So maybe more than 24 years of experience or whatever. But anyways, experience is irrelevant. I think what really matters is how much of how much of it you put to good use and stuff, because they are highly educated and highly intellectual people, but then they don't make the best use of their education and their knowledge and their expertise and stuff and all that, and they end up being not so great and not so kind of I won't say successful, but they don't crack it and stuff. So the reason why this is the reason why is it that I'm saying this? I'm saying this because I took a look at the videos of Elon Musk. You all know it, that he's a multi-planetary visionary of the world. He's amongst the top 10 geniuses, and lots of people do not understand him. And I think they find him thinking pretty far-sighted and stuff. But that is what innovative and far-sighted people are supposed to do. They have a vision and they kind of crack it and they nail it. So my read here, which is a set of few lines which I'm inspired from, and I also kind of believe in those, is that you have to have different choices if you want to have different results and stuff. So it's so easy. I mean, let me just kind of break it down in simpler terms. I mean, if you're given a diagnosis by a doctor, and if you're told by a health expert that you have a certain issue or a health concern, you're going to believe that till the time you don't have a second diagnosis from another person, and it may be a third or a fourth one as well, and the diagnosis helps you kind of put together your thought process and your thinking, and it helps you recover and stuff. And probably what you had a few years back, or what you were kind of battling and stuff, you don't even have it anymore, or probably it was a wrong diagnosis. Okay, so this happens in so many cases and stuff. But anyways, leaving aside that, what's very important is to change your thinking, because if you have the same thinking, you have the same result. If you have the same company and the same set of people you're hanging around with, you're going to have the same outlook and the same approach. So let's say a certain section of people don't like a certain section of people and stuff, and you're enthusiastic and kicked about it, and you're sharing your plans and you're looking forward to doing something, but somebody in the group will get up and say, but you know what, we don't think that great about that person, we don't think that great about this country, we don't think this is right about this situation, we don't think this is right about that situation. But the point is that it is their perception, it is their thinking, and your own in your own experience and in your own world, or in your own mind, it may not be as bad as many people are thinking it to be. So there are these notions which people are normally carrying with them because they've been driven into their worlds, or it's their work culture, or it's their family, or it's their friends, or whatever. So what's really very important is to kind of get out of that and kind of fine tune your thinking, because the moment you change your thinking and you get a new or a fresh perspective, things change for you. So here is a read. This is about creating something from new symbiosis. So this is actually inspired from Japan. Japan actually is one of my favorite countries when it comes to infrastructure and stuff, because they are pretty far sighted and far fetched, and they've even got technology which is got construction or engineering products and stuff on infrastructure, looking at the calamities and stuff, which is flood. So most of their structures is actually flood friendly and stuff. And same goes with Korea and China. they are kind of focused on their own game and on themselves and stuff, but they do not have any issues in collaborating or looking at other countries to kind of team up with and stuff. Okay, so the point is this, that this inspiration of the chapter comes from creating something through new symbiosis. So it says that China definitely had this thing about creating their language like the Japanese, and they took something which already existed and adapted it to their own needs and stuff. So when they talk about innovation, innovation is something which we are told, in our careers, if you're in advertising or branding, if you're in creativity, if you're in writing a book, if you're in kind of having a campaign which is on outdoor advertising, if you're kind of doing a cartoon, if you're doing an artwork, if you're doing an interior design, if you're doing something in engineering, they tell you to be innovative. Okay, so this used to be a question which used to really shock me and surprise me in my formative years of my career, because the brief would come from people from organizations like Samsung, and Samsung I thought was really proactive and pretty like cutthroat in their ways and stuff, and they were really efficient and stuff, and Indians had a tough time adjusting to them, I still remember. And they were very quick in their reward times, like the ministries here for Dubai and other cities as well, and other countries and stuff. And this is what the author is also saying, that they've basically kind of extended the whole idea of bullet trains, which had kind of put into a process during the Tokyo Olympics, and now they've kind of bettered those. They've improvised those, and they've created a new kind of cosmic trains and stuff like that, which has actually become the epicenter of travel and stuff. And most of their creations are, or most of their engineering products are, um, like I've already shared, infrastructure friendly in terms of floods, and in terms of other calamities and stuff like that. This is a non-edited one and stuff. I'm just kind of reading it out and stuff. And they're also saying that if you want to really focus on improving anything, a situation, you can't be doing it online all the time. Thought sharing is great online, but work has to happen behind the scene and stuff. Work has to happen offline and stuff. And you have to improve the present and not focus too much on the past, because you can learn all your lessons, you can learn all your rationals, you can put all the education and all the experiences you've had in the past, and you can focus them in the present, and you can look at a brighter future and stuff. And I think synergies and collaboration is something which really helps and stuff. So like a doctor's diagnosis can help you improve if you have two three different ones and stuff, and probably a diagnosis given by maybe one person doesn't work, and it's all a wrong diagnosis. Similarly, when you're looking at collaborations and synergies and types and stuff, it doesn't mean that doing a tie with one particular setup or a company will have all the answers for you. So you have to have an open mind, you have to have kind of this smart innovative outlook towards it, that you have to have lots of options of synergies and collaborations and stuff, and work with what you're most comfortable with and stuff, and you have to have a plan B, you have to have a plan C, because let's say some crisis happens, some economic scenario changes, or some political changes are happening and stuff, then most of your decisions could kind of get a little affected or influenced by these economic changes and these collaborative changes and stuff. So what's really very important is to not put your eggs in one basket, but to look at different countries and stuff, and kind of coordinate and collaborate with them, and have an expansive outlook, because that's what works the best for you. It's like working like an interior designer or an architect. You do not work only with one set of vendors or with one set of people and stuff, because when a comfort zone comes in, then sometimes innovation and productivity and efficiency goes for a toss, because they become more of personal relationships and stuff, and keeping it professional and keeping it proactive is what everybody wants. And what's very important is to also focus on product development, and to focus on service development. And if you say that you're putting your customer before you, it makes sense in a few environments and few organizations like Tata or Tesla or Samsung or whatever. But the point is, you have to look at the fact that whatever complaints or grievances you're getting from your customers, those are kind of taken care of and stuff like that. And you can kind of follow Morgan Stanley's CEO for better insights on this and stuff, because I took a look at his video yesterday. There was an interaction that was coming in and stuff. He's amongst one of my favorite top 10 people of the world entrepreneurs and stuff. His story is extremely inspiring, and a lot of my thoughts and a lot of my thinking was there about having a purpose, about having a plan, and having kind of collaborative issues and stuff like that, and also bureaucratic and political challenges that many of the people have and stuff and all that, so each country is different. So without knowing the reality of what you're following on social media and what is shown by media, what is advisable is to kind of change your thinking or upgrade your thinking by following interviews of world echelons and world leaders and stuff, who will give you the right side and the bright side, because they do not spend their time only following politicians, or they do not do they don't just follow media and stuff like that. So it's a broader picture, it's a comprehensive picture. So what's very important is to kind of upgrade yourself and get some new thinking and stuff, because like I said, if you're going to be focusing only on those 3 4 issues, even if you're a small setup or a big setup, then your concern and your growth is only going to be around that. So if you want to look at the broader picture, the larger picture, you have to kind of look at the expansive thing and the macro picture, which is not just about your setup, but it is actually about different countries and different people as well. So hope this helps. I'm Jashin Kapani. I'm the founder of I'm Decor Design, and you can write to me on jkapani@gmail.com and jashinkapani.im@gmail.com. So social media is a great place to do your thought shares and stuff. And I don't know where this point comes in, that if you're sharing or if you're liking pictures of someone, you're a fan of something. I think it's a pretty passe way of kind of treating social media. It works only in the celebrity world. But the point is this, that Facebook and LinkedIn and other forums have been given to us to kind of do thought shares and stuff like that. So the best is to kind of put your energies in thought shares and stuff and see what is the result of those thought shares and stuff. So there are so many economists there. There's so many retailers there. There's so many corporate people there. There's so many entrepreneurs there. There's so many world leaders there. And if everybody's going to have this thing that, oh, she's a fan of mine or he's a fan of mine, I think the work is not going to happen, because the objective of social media is to do thought share and to create synergies around the world and stuff. So that's a forum given for exchange of thoughts and stuff, and to build an online community which you can always refer to and work on your online plans and stuff. Okay, so that's the objective, and that's the reality, and that's the positive of social media as well, rather than just TRPs and likes and online bullying and abusing and stuff like that. Yes, that's a challenge, but if you block it off and if you don't follow it and you stay only linked to quiet forums or work related media and stuff, you're going to feel happier and you're going to be more creative and more intelligent in your productivity and efficiency and stuff. So hope this helps. Love and luck. Take care. Have a blast. Cheers to you on a lovely chai and enjoy yourself. And we have the drum circle happening this weekend for a cause, and we have another one on 12th of October. So mark your calendars and be there and enjoy yourself. And this is going to be a free drum circle. So enjoy yourself, and looking forward to meeting many of you, because we don't charge anybody. We are just a full-fledged blast of creative people and innovative people. We've been doing this for the last, I think, 14-15 years, and the objective is to kind of go global, which we've already gone. So join in and have some fun and stuff, and let's be the rock stars and continue being the rock stars in our own city and in our own works and stuff like that, and not just in the online world and stuff. Okay, so love and luck, and take care and have fun and have a blast. Bye bye. Cheers.